Hey there, it's Scott, and I got Pat Brewer here today. He went from $20,000, $30,000 months to over $100,000 months in his business in less than 4 months utilizing the relevancy engine. And I've been here in San Diego today hanging out with him, just kind of diving into a lot of the parts of his business. And from there, I was like, you know what, let's take the camera out, let's go into this, and sort of allow you that, you know, you're on Facebook right now or you're on our testimonial page or wherever it may be, and you may be looking at the relevancy engine, you may be wanting to grow the business. And what Pat was telling me was, you know what, Scott, I was at $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month. I was stuck there for such a long time. I was on the six-figure hamster wheel, what I talk about on the six-figure hamster wheel. And I just really sort of wanted to dive in. So, Pat, what does the experience of being kind of on the six-figure hamster wheel sort of look like versus life kind of like now, or how it's getting? Because obviously it's only happened over the last 4 or 5 months. So it's a little bit new.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the biggest thing for me was I had no consistency. I had no consistency in my systems. Okay. I knew I had a market. I knew they were in pain, and I knew I could help them. And I just desperately wanted to get my message out there, but I had no way of freaking doing it.
Right.
Like, that was the big challenge.
Yep.
And I tried a bunch of stuff. You know, I was trying to piece everything together on YouTube, going through blogs, trying to funnel hack people and all the stuff that, you know, you kind of do when you're starting out. And you have a story, you have a message that you want to tell, but you just don't have a way of getting it out there. And then I came across this guy right here, Scott O. So Scott O showed me that, one, you can have really hairy shoulders and still be a very successful entrepreneur. So that's step one in the game of entrepreneurship.
And at least for me, bald. I mean, apparently bald does better, you know?
It plays, man. So that's one of the things he taught me. The other thing is you don't need to manipulate people's emotions in order to get them to want to work with you, which was huge for me because I didn't want to sell someone on the fact that they were scared or uncertain, right? I wanted to actually help them in their business.
Yeah.
So what the relevancy engine allowed me to do was take my message, what was really inside of me, and then broadcast that out to the people that I could help and help gain authority, right? Help build a real business. And now, you know, in the past 2 months, we've had six-figure months, and we are continuing in that direction. I'm super excited and grateful for Scott for everything he's done for me. And I'm just looking forward to continuing this relationship. And, you know, if you're struggling with joining the relevancy engine, you don't know if it's going to be the right fit for you, I would just say jump on a call. You know, it's changed my life, and I think it will probably change yours.
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. But yeah, what I love is that if you are, you know, we can get stuck on this revenue roller coaster and the six-figure hamster wheel. And what you ought to really realize is that most of the time it comes down to sales, marketing, and mindset. Those are the 3 things that typically make most entrepreneurs get to 7 figures.
Yep.
And that's what we focus on inside of the relevancy engine, being able to allow and ensure that you have the right business, that you have the right relevant offer, messaging, positioning, allowing you to really own your marketplace and own your niche, because we all have a niche, we all have a specific group of people that we're relevant to, but they need to know who we are, and we need to really look at them as we are the authority because we are great at what we do. Because I know if you're watching this video, you're probably an expert. And then last, being able to create intimacy inside of our products, intimacy inside of, you know, being able to be online. And Pat's been able to do that, and the results happen so quickly because people take notice very quickly. And when you're playing as the big fish in the small pond, it allows you to grow in massive, massive leaps and bounds, which I've seen in Pat's case and many other the clients in the relevancy itself. So with it said, if you haven't yet, make sure you go ahead, book a call for the relevancy engine. I know that Pat is among just one of many of the entrepreneurs that we're helping into allowing them to scale their business and really empowering them and you of being able to do it in the quickest way possible. So with that said, we're going to get back to work. We'll see you soon, and hopefully my team will see you on a call soon. Bye.
Take care.